Chosen one, something is standing in the way of your blessings. You've been praying, waiting, and believing, yet it feels like something is stopping the flow of abundance, peace, and favor into your life. If you're watching this right now, understand that this is not a coincidence. God has brought you here for a reason. There is a message He wants you to hear, and once you understand it, your life will change forever. Too many people live with unseen barriers that keep them from stepping into the divine blessings meant for them. They wonder why things aren't improving, why breakthrough feels distant, and why their prayers seem unanswered. But the truth is, blessings do not get delayed without a reason. Something is either blocking them, or you are unknowingly resisting them. Today, we will uncover what's holding you back and how to remove it for good. God's favor is already prepared for you. His abundance is waiting. But before you can receive it, you must recognize the blocks standing in your way. If you truly want to step into the blessings that have always been meant for you, stay with me until the end. This is not just another message. It's a divine wake-up call. You are here because God wants you to hear this. What you are about to learn has the power to shift your reality and open the doors that have been locked for too long. So, listen closely, because your breakthrough is closer than you think. Many people live their entire lives waiting for something to change, not realizing that the change must begin within them. They keep wondering why they are not receiving their blessings, why life feels so difficult, and why every step forward seems to come with resistance. But what if I told you that the delay is not because God is withholding anything from you? What if the blessings are already there, but something is blocking them from reaching you? The most dangerous thing about spiritual blockages is that they are often invisible. You may not even realize they exist. You might assume that hardship is just a normal part of life, or that struggle is something you have to endure forever. But the truth is, when you are aligned with God's will, blessings flow naturally. There is no constant struggle, no endless battle to survive, only divine favor and supernatural provision. Think about it. God is all-powerful, all-knowing, and filled with endless love for His children. Do you really think He wants you to live in lack, in fear, or in endless struggle? Absolutely not. He wants you to thrive, to be at peace, and to experience His divine abundance. But here's the problem. If you are holding on to things that block your blessings, you won't be able to receive what He has already prepared for you. Imagine a pipeline carrying water to your home. The source of the water is strong, the supply is unlimited, and everything is set up for you to receive it. But if the pipeline is blocked with dirt and debris, it doesn't matter how much water is flowing from the source, you won't receive it. The same applies to your blessings. God is continuously pouring abundance, favor, and miracles into your life. But if there's something blocking the flow, you will only see a trickle instead of the overflow that is meant for you. This is why it is urgent. If you do not remove what is blocking your blessings, you will keep experiencing delays, struggles, and unnecessary hardships. You will keep praying for things that are already yours, but unable to receive them because the blockage remains. And here's the truth many people don't want to accept. Some of these blockages are not external. They are not because of the enemy or other people. Some of them come from within. It could be doubt, fear, unforgiveness, or even your own mindset keeping you trapped in lack. But the good news is, once you recognize these barriers, you can remove them and finally receive the blessings that have always been meant for you. So what is the biggest thing blocking your blessings? It's not bad luck. It's not your circumstances. It's doubt and fear. Doubt is like a locked door between you and the life God has already planned for you. Fear is the chain that keeps that door shut. When you doubt God's plan, His promises, or even yourself, you are unknowingly rejecting the very blessings you are asking for. Many people pray for abundance, but doubt that they are truly worthy of it. They ask God for opportunities, but fear taking action when those opportunities arrive. They want to walk in divine favor, but their heart is filled with hesitation, worry, and disbelief. And this is what keeps them stuck. The Bible tells us in James 1:6-7, "But when you ask, you must believe and not doubt, because the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea, blown and tossed by the wind. That person should not expect to receive anything from the Lord." Did you catch that? That person should not expect to receive anything from the Lord. That means doubt does not just delay your blessings. It stops them completely. It creates resistance in the spiritual realm, making it impossible for you to receive what God is trying to give you. Fear works in the same way. Fear is the opposite of faith. It is the belief that something bad will happen instead of something good. When you live in fear, you are unintentionally aligning yourself with lack instead of abundance. You are focusing on obstacles instead of possibilities. And here's the dangerous part. Fear and doubt are not just emotions. They are powerful spiritual forces that can shape your reality. When you constantly doubt your breakthrough, you block it. When you constantly fear failure, you invite it. When you hesitate to trust in God's promises, you close yourself off from the very miracles He is trying to bring into your life. Think about a garden. If you plant seeds but then constantly dig them up because you doubt they will grow, they will never take root. If you plant flowers but are afraid they won't survive, you might forget to water them, and they will wither. The same principle applies to your blessings. If you keep doubting, hesitating, and fearing, you are not allowing them to take root in your life. God is not withholding anything from you. He has already declared your prosperity, your success, and your victory. But you must believe in it. You must have faith that what He promised is already yours. Only then will you be able to receive it. So today, make a decision. Let go of doubt. Release fear. Trust that God's blessings are real and that they are coming to you. Say this out loud. I am open to receive God's blessings. I release all doubt, all fear, and all hesitation. I trust in His plan for me, and I step into the abundance He has already prepared. The moment you do this, something shifts in the spiritual realm. The blockages start to clear. The doors that were once closed begin to open, and you step into a new reality, one where God's favor flows freely and your blessings come with ease. Are you ready? Because what comes next will change everything. One of the greatest mistakes people make is holding on to things that no longer serve them. They cling to past pain, toxic relationships, limiting beliefs, and emotional baggage, not realizing that these things are keeping them from the life God has prepared for them. If you want to step into your blessings, you must first make space for them. Imagine trying to fill a cup with fresh water when it's already full of dirt. No matter how much clean water you pour in, it will always be contaminated because the old dirty water is still there. The same is true for your life. If you are holding on to negative energy, past disappointments, or unhealthy attachments, there is no room for God's new blessings to flow in. Letting go is not easy. Many people struggle with this because they believe that if they release something, they might never get something better. But this is where faith comes in. You must trust that when you let go of what no longer serves you, God will replace it with something greater. Holding on to past hurt and resentment only weighs you down. Unforgiveness is one of the biggest barriers to blessings. When you refuse to forgive, you keep yourself trapped in the past. You are constantly reliving the pain, the betrayal, the disappointment. But what you don't realize is that the person you refuse to forgive is not the one suffering. You are. Jesus Himself said in Mark 11:25, "And when you stand praying, if you hold anything against anyone, forgive them, so that your Father in heaven may forgive you your sins." God cannot pour new blessings into a heart filled with resentment. He cannot release you into your destiny when you are still chained to past wounds. Forgiveness is not about letting someone off the hook. It's about freeing yourself. You must also let go of fear-based thinking. Too often people hold on to familiar struggles because they are afraid of the unknown. They say they want change, but deep down they are scared to step into something new. But God is calling you to trust Him. He is asking you to surrender your worries, your doubts, and your need for control. When you finally let go of the past, of fear, of limiting beliefs, something powerful happens. You make space for God's abundance to flow in. You create an opening for miracles to manifest. You shift from struggling to receiving. So today, ask yourself, what are you still holding on to that is blocking your blessings? What fears, grudges, or limiting beliefs do you need to release? Surrender them to God, and watch how quickly He fills that empty space with something far greater than you imagined. Faith is the currency of heaven. Without it, you cannot access the fullness of what God has for you. Too many people try to receive blessings while still doubting whether God will come through for them. They pray for breakthroughs, but secretly wonder if it will ever happen. This double-mindedness creates a block. Hebrews 11:6 tells us, "And without faith, it is impossible to please God, because anyone who comes to Him must believe that He exists and that He rewards those who earnestly seek Him." This means that faith is not just about believing in God's existence. It is about believing that He is actively working in your life, that He is rewarding you, and that He is making a way even when you don't see it. Faith requires action. You cannot simply say you trust God while living in fear and hesitation. If you truly have faith, your actions will reflect it. You will walk boldly in expectation, knowing that what you have prayed for is already yours. Imagine you ordered something online and received a tracking number. You wouldn't worry about whether the package is coming. You would check the status and prepare to receive it. That is how faith works. When you pray and trust in God's promises, you should live as though your blessings are already on their way. But here's where many people go wrong. They pray for abundance while speaking words of lack. They ask God for a breakthrough while still thinking like someone who is stuck. Your words and thoughts must align with your faith. If you truly believe that God is providing for you, you must speak and think in a way that reflects that truth. Start affirming the blessings that are coming your way. Say, "I am walking in divine abundance. God is opening doors for me. My breakthrough is already on its way." Speak life into your situation and watch how quickly things begin to shift. Faith also means trusting in God's timing. Sometimes, people give up too soon because they don't see immediate results. But just because you don't see it yet does not mean it's not happening. God's timing is perfect, and everything is unfolding exactly as it should. Do not let doubt steal what is already yours. Stand firm in faith, take action, and prepare to receive the blessings that have been set aside for you. When you fully step into faith, miracles begin to manifest. The impossible becomes possible. Doors that were once closed swing wide open. This is the power of faith, and it is the key to unlocking divine abundance. Gratitude is one of the most powerful spiritual principles, yet so many people overlook it. They spend their time focusing on what they lack, instead of appreciating what they already have. This mindset blocks blessings. God does not bless a complaining heart. When you constantly focus on what's missing, you are telling the universe that you are not satisfied, that you are living in scarcity, and that you do not trust God's plan. But when you shift into a state of gratitude, you activate the flow of abundance in your life. Thessalonians 5:18 says, "Give thanks in all circumstances, for this is God's will for you in Christ Jesus." Notice it doesn't say to give thanks only when things are going well. It says to be grateful in all circumstances. This means that even when things seem difficult, you should still express gratitude. Why? Because gratitude shifts your energy. It moves your focus away from lack and towards abundance. It reminds you that no matter what, God is still working on your behalf. Think of gratitude as a magnet for blessings. The more thankful you are, the more good things will come your way. When you start your day by giving thanks, you are setting yourself up to receive more. You are telling God, I trust you. I know you are providing for me. I am open to receiving all that you have for me. One of the simplest yet most powerful habits you can develop is keeping a gratitude journal. Every morning or night, write down 5 things you are grateful for. They don't have to be big things, just anything that makes you feel blessed. For example, you can write, I am grateful for my health. I am grateful for another day of life. I am grateful that God is guiding my steps. I am grateful for the small blessings I received today. I am grateful that my breakthrough is on its way. When you do this consistently, you will begin to notice a shift in your life. More blessings will start flowing in because you are creating an atmosphere of abundance. Gratitude also strengthens your faith. It reminds you that even if you don't have everything you want right now, you still have enough to be thankful for. And when you trust that God has already provided, you align yourself with the energy of abundance. If you have been struggling to receive your blessings, ask yourself, are you truly grateful for what you already have? Or are you constantly focusing on what's missing? Shift your perspective. Start thanking God for what He has already done, and you will open the floodgates for even greater blessings to come your way. One of the biggest reasons blessings are blocked is because of toxic energy surrounding you. This can come from negative people, unhealthy relationships, or even your own thoughts. Many chosen ones don't realize that they are carrying spiritual burdens that are weighing them down and keeping them from stepping into divine abundance. Toxic energy drains your spirit. It creates confusion, self-doubt, and exhaustion. You might feel like no matter how hard you try, something is always pulling you back. That's because negativity attaches itself like chains, keeping you from moving forward. Proverbs 4:23 tells us, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. This means you must be intentional about who and what you allow into your life. If you are surrounded by people who speak fear, doubt, or gossip, their energy will influence you. If you are consuming negative content, constantly focusing on problems, or engaging in drama, that energy will block your blessings. You must make a choice. Protect your spirit. Cut off anything or anyone that is not aligned with your purpose. If you have people in your life who are always negative, discouraging, or envious, distance yourself. If you are holding on to past pain, resentment, or guilt, release it. One of the best ways to cleanse toxic energy is through prayer and spiritual renewal. Spend time in God's presence. Ask Him to reveal any areas where toxic energy may be affecting you. Speak words of life over yourself. Say, I release all negativity from my life. I surround myself with divine protection. My spirit is clean. My heart is pure, and my energy is aligned with God's blessings. The more you remove toxicity from your life, the lighter you will feel. The more space you create for positivity, the faster your blessings will flow. Many people get frustrated when they don't see immediate results. They pray, they believe, but they don't see changes happening fast enough. This leads to doubt, impatience, and sometimes even giving up. But what they don't realize is that God's timing is perfect. Isaiah 60:22 says, when the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen. This means that no matter how much you want something, if it's not the right time, it won't come. But when God decides that the moment is right, nothing can stop it. God's timing is often different from our own. Sometimes we think we are ready for a blessing, but God knows that if He gave it to us now, we wouldn't be able to handle it. Other times, delays happen because there is something better coming. Instead of being frustrated, trust in divine timing. Learn to be patient and continue preparing yourself for the blessings you desire. If you want financial breakthrough, develop the mindset and habits to handle wealth. If you are waiting for the right relationships, work on healing yourself so you can receive them fully. Aligning with God's timing means trusting that everything is unfolding exactly as it should. It means knowing that your breakthrough is on its way, and instead of worrying, you are preparing to receive it. Faith without action is dead. It is not enough to simply pray for blessings. You must also take steps to align yourself with them. Many people ask for divine favor but do nothing to prepare for it. They want success, but are not willing to step out of their comfort zone. James 2:17 says, "Faith by itself, if it is not accompanied by action, is dead." This means that if you truly believe in your blessings, you must act like they are already on their way. Start by setting clear intentions. What do you want to manifest in your life? Write it down. Speak it out loud. Declare it in prayer. Then, take practical steps toward it. If you are praying for financial abundance, start making wise financial choices. If you are seeking a breakthrough, eliminate habits that are keeping you stuck. God rewards those who step forward in faith. The moment you begin taking action, you will see doors opening, opportunities appearing, and unexpected blessings flowing into your life. You were never meant to live in struggle. You were not created to live in lack, fear, or uncertainty. You are chosen. You are meant to thrive, to walk in divine abundance, and to experience the fullness of God's blessings. Everything you desire is already set aside for you. The doors are waiting to be opened. But the question is, are you ready to step through them? Are you willing to let go of doubt, remove toxic energy, trust in God's timing, and take action toward your divine destiny? Say this out loud. I'm stepping into my blessings. I am removing all blockages from my life. I trust in God's plan, and I am ready to receive His abundance. The moment you declare this, something shifts in the spiritual realm. Blessings that were once delayed begin to move toward you. Doors that were closed start to open. Opportunities that seemed impossible suddenly appear. This is your time. This is your season. Walk boldly into your blessings, knowing that nothing can stop what God has already prepared for you. Chosen one, you now have the knowledge and power to remove anything blocking your blessings. You understand that doubt, fear, toxic energy, and impatience can delay what God has already planned for you. But now, you also know how to clear those blockages and step into divine abundance. The next step is yours. Will you continue waiting, or will you take action? Will you keep holding on to fear, or will you trust in God's plan? The choice is in your hands. God's blessings are already on their way to you. All you need to do is open yourself to receive them. Stay faithful, stay aligned, and watch as miracles unfold in your life. Your breakthrough is already here. Step into it with confidence.